I haven't shaved in over 7 days. I look homeless, man. Let me get some change. My name Confetti, and I'm getting ready. Just on your feet, yo, drop this beat. We ain't shaving. Beer. Like a blanket. Beer. We ain't shaving. We got beer on our faces.
I got a beer. I got a beer.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Boardroom. How are y'all doing tonight?
Oh, was that rhetorical or us?
Yeah, I was like, is that us?
I guess so, yeah.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here despite this pounding migraine. How are you?
Fantastic. I got my my root beer, my snacks that I'm not going to eat because chips are too loud on a microphone, and ready to go. Pete, what's going on, man?
I'm repping KC tonight. For some reason, I just decided to throw the KC jersey on. What's up? I'm Etep Wakuyan right here from the Place to Be Reviews right here with all of yous over on Goober Brothers Entertainment for this edition of the Boardroom. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm in a good mood tonight. Not drinking tonight. I got water. I got 2 cups of water tonight. I decided I stream 4 days a week, and I like to have a few drinks when I stream. And Monday night show, I think I went through about 4 beers, so I'm like, I'm gonna stop drinking during the shows now.
Yeah, I don't personally like drinking too much, like on the shows anymore, just because it just gets my head kind of out of the topic, and I'm just kind of
Makes you sloppy.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of it.
I do that on Friday. I usually save that for Friday nights, but this Monday, this quarantine thing is getting to me. Like, you should see the pile of freaking cherry wheat bottles in my garage from this. Because normally I do not drink beer. They're tasting so good. I'm good, man. We got a good show tonight, brother.
Yeah, we got a good show tonight, y'all. We're gonna be talking about Batman, or what I like to call Stickman, because Robert Pattinson's a fuck. We also got some cool ghost stories for you, and we got a couple surprising little extra bonus thing in the house for you. So everybody stay tuned, share the link, hit the like button, and spread the news, spread the good news of the Boardroom on the social medias or the interwebs or what have you. Everybody, before we get going, make sure you subscribe to 2 Cents Toys and subscribe to the Place to Be Reviews. They've been putting out some pretty good videos lately, and their subs are going up. To keep that going, please share and subscribe to them if you haven't already. And if you would like to, please subscribe to Goober Brothers Entertainment. We are coming out with some more videos soon. Been pretty busy, so that's essentially why I haven't been on here too much. But before we get going, y'all got any updates or anything on the channels or whatever?
Not so much in the way of my channel. I've kind of come to a halt. I don't really have any figures left to review because I don't have anything new. But got a couple videos in the works. I've got a guest appearance on Retro Blasting coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
myself and young ETEP here will be doing a 10-year Lost Anniversary video to go live. What is it, on the 23rd of May? Because that's the 10-year anniversary.
Yep.
So that'll be fun. That's going to, yeah. Also, we're actively working behind the scenes on our best sitcom dad for Father's Day. So be sure to go vote on that poll as soon as it goes live.
When is that going live?
As soon as I'm done making it.
Okay.
That's the best I can give you. I'm going to subvert everyone's expectations and only put moms.
Ah. We got Ryan Johnson Toys over here, guys.
That's true.
Right.
Well, you can actually buy Ryan Johnson toys fairly cheaply. Just, Walmart during the summer seasons, they got beach balls everywhere and those giant metal cages with those giant balls inflated.
Excuse me, you man babies, your toxic masculinity talking about me. Here I am, honk honk.
There he is.
Hail Keely Chow, the Appalachian American is they're in the chat. And Appalachian American want to know what kind of root beer it was. That's important.
It is Barks root beer. That is the best root beer.
Yeah,
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Barks has bite.
Have you ever had what's called a Virgil's root beer?
I have not.
Oh man,
Is Virgil's?
It's delicious. It's what I call yuppie white woman root beer. The only place I've ever seen it is like Whole Foods. But they're all microbrewed and everything. It's delicious.
Microbrewed root beer. Huh.
Do you hear who just showed up?
Oh, I hear him.
Say hi, buddy.
Hello, Trey.
Hi.
Say hi to Cody and Sal.
Hi, Cody and Sarah.
Hey, buddy.
Say hi to the chat. Say hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Can I hear that from you, Malcolm?
You can't wear my headphones. All right, bud. I love you.
No, let me hear it.
No, that's what she said.
Daddy, please.
She said that as well.
Daddy, please.
She said that
Daddy,
as
chill.
well. All right, buddy. No, hang on, guys. You gotta go. Okay, we're live. All right. I love you, bud. You gotta go.
I love the little. That's
Shit.
what she said. Jabs.
Now he's playing with the ARC 170s behind me. And hey, put that down, bud. Okay.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
No, dude, he said that this morning like twice. I'm like, stop it. It's funny, but stop. Okay. Okay. All right, bud. No, seriously. Seriously. Okay, come on. Watch it down. All right, you gotta go. Go see mom. I love you.
Hey, what's this?
Put it into my headphones for work. Come on, go.
I'm gonna go tell who
Okay.
is in the office.
Trey, go drink some chocolate milk, buddy. Some chalky milk and eat some chicken nuggies.
Oh, did I tell you guys?
Sorry about that.
Speaking of chalky milk, did I tell you that I named my pistol?
What'd you name it?
I named it Glocky Milk.
Nice.
Glocky milk.
I like it. What model is it?
It is a fuck my brain. It is a 17 Gen 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
So she is a big bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my dad, when I learned how to shoot on, I think it must have been like, I don't know, this is back, you're talking, I first started shooting with one in about 92. That was the Model 22, which was like the 40.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's when I fell in love with Glocks. Yeah, that is my favorite pistol to this day.
I'm looking to get a Glock 22 somewhat soon. So nice
My
and good.
boys, you gotta
good
get a
mo-
9mm.
Oh, it is a 9mm. Just the model's a 22.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, don't. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not a huge 22 fan, but yeah, I wanted something that's a little bit more concealable and a little smaller. Pack a punch though, man. 10-round mag, and then you get a little extension. Add 2 more.
Mhm.
Pretty solid.
Or if you're man enough, you put 1 round in the magazine, or however many. Make it condition 1, remove the magazine, and put another round in the magazine and reinsert it.
Yeah, 12 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah.
I can do 18 because my magazines hold 17.
Yeah, you got that big ass gun, man.
I would say my old man's was you could get, was it it was 15 in a clip and 1 in a pipe on his.
Mm-hmm.
That was I used to see, he taught me how to shoot down at the range with all the old cops that he worked with when he was on the DPD. Because a lot of them were like just getting ready to retire, so they're at the pistol ranges where you go as a cop before you retire. And I got to meet him all, so I got to hear more stories about my dad than he will ever tell me. And damn, yeah, that motherfucker was a lot crazier than I'll ever be. And he was fresh out of the damn Marine Corps in Vietnam when he joined. He joined. It was like a smaller city police department. Then he got on like Detroit, and yeah, he was. His nickname was Animal. He's the one who used to bust through the door with the ram.
Nice.
He did that before he went, because he did a lot of undercover too. That's why. Yeah. So that was. Oh yeah, they had some fun stories from him. Plus, I grew up with his partner's son, and so yeah, their dad used to tell me a lot of shit about my old man when they'd sit around and have some beers. So that was always fun because I'd hold it over his head.
And he's got the beatus.
He does. He's got the tray.
The beatus.
They fucking told him. He said, "Grandpa, you got the beatus." And fucking dad starts laughing. I'm like, what, man? Grandpa got the beatus. He said that to Nana the other night. He's like, Nana got me Oreos and chicken nuggets, and she got him something else. And I was like, and she got bacon. I was like, is Nana trying to give you the diabetes? And Trey asked her on the phone, Nana, you trying to give me the beatus? He did that. He asked her. I was like, I love it because Papa's got the beatus too. Her fucking husband. So I was like, I have to go around like a little Wilford Brimley.
Oh my god.
Gets diming you out.
He does, man. He talks more shit than a bit when he's sitting there. We were watching Spaceballs today. How many assholes we got in here? He looked at me. Can I say it? I'm like, say it once. He said it like 4 times. And I'm like, all right, before Mom comes in here, whip both our asses.
Oh my god.
All right, baby.
Dude, this root beer is like really giving me gas. Holy shit.
All right, so
Cool. All right, so let's get started. So, guys, Batman. Any y'all excited for it, or
I'm losing excitement by the freaking minute, man.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, well, first of all, you got Jeffrey Wright, who's playing Commissioner Gordon, who all of a sudden wants to get up on his soapbox and, start going political. Well, actually, it was an old tweet from 2019 that resurfaced, and he's having a feud with Terrence Williams, now another comedian. And for those of you familiar with the situation, it's pretty savage. Jeffrey Wright is like a C-list actor at best. Like, I like him, but he's kind of needs to get his fucking shine box with some of his comments here. You know what I mean? So, but him, and then you get Robert Pattinson, the guy playing the Batman, and Robert Pattinson refuses to work out. Robert Pattinson talks about preparing for the Batman by barely doing anything. And I'll just read a little bit of this here. Twilight and Good Times, Robert Pattinson's admission of how he is prepping physically for the Batman amid quarantine in London might raise some eyebrows. Interviewing with GQ, the actor revealed he's stuck in an apartment provided him by the production with his girlfriend, making interesting use of his time. He confessed just barely doing anything. That is fucking sad, considering he's playing one of the most prolific superheroes ever. I mean, his trainer gave him. Oh, go ahead, brother.
I was saying it's insulting to see somebody prepping to be Batman, but not prep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't just prep for a physical role like that, especially just any superhero role. Really, I mean.
Yep.
I mean, if you want gold standard of training, you do what Brie Larson did and
push Jeeps uphill.
Yeah, push Jeeps uphill or downhill, or I doubt it was even uphill. It was probably like a slight incline.
Let's see. It says his trainer gave him a weight and a Bosu ball he is not using. He ignores the trainer and a sincere plea to work out because, in his view, actors are working out all the time. Actors working out all the time are part of the problem Hollywood has with its body image. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Jeez, he's got a vagina, dude. Seriously.
Seriously, he's built like Ruby Rose. Like
he is. Is
really he going to be Batman, or is he going to be, as our good friend Mr. H says, he's bitch ma'am. He's bitch ma'am. That's what he is. I mean, this is not like even Ben Affleck, God bless his fat soul. He he got in shape. I mean, he was pretty jacked up when he played Batman. But he back to do he did. He came back to do those reshoots though, and he just let it go. He was chubby. But you can see in the movie, like Justice League, like where he had to come back and do reshoots because he did not keep working out after they were done shooting. But yeah, so this is like you said, it's insulting to basically everybody who's played the role, because everybody that's played Batman has been in fair to really good shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you look at over the course of history who's actually played Batman, and I mean, I'll even give the benefit of the doubt that Adam West didn't look god awful. He didn't look super strong or anything, but
no.
I mean, he didn't look bad, but he actually had some weight on him. Robert Pattinson isn't known for being huge
No, he's
or
skinny.
having a lot of muscle on him, for that matter. Like,
No.
he sparkles.
I used a fucking sparkly vampire clip in my video about this today, actually. But no, man, he's just a fucking odd duck, and I don't see this as I don't understand why you would want to take on this role and then act like that. And here's his comments right here. You set a precedent. No one was doing this in the 70s, even James Dean. He wasn't exactly ripped. Yeah, but James Dean, like I heard somebody say this, I think it was Gary from Nerdrotic. He says, yeah, but James Dean was never playing Batman either. You know, the one time they told me to take my shirt off working on Twilight, I think they told me to put it back on.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been working out with Taylor Lautner. I mean,
Yeah,
that dude
Taylor Lautner was
that
all
dude is
yoked
yoked.
out. Yeah. Yep. Boy, I tell you what, man, he for his big, that kid was built like a tank in that fucking movie. Boy, his face looks like a package of fucking like hot dogs. Look all smushed together. I mean, like nature did not do that child any favors when it came to his chops. I mean, I'm not a fucking the most handsome man on earth, but I mean, I'm at least a good 7.5 still at my age. But no, man, he's like, I was like, God damn, that's like, I mean, his face looks like he's got smashed with a ribbed frying pan. But I mean, the dude's got, he's got a killer physique on him. So props to you for that.
You know what I don't understand is that how do you just not get recasted with that attitude? Like, how do these directors not go, you're not going to work out as Batman?
Yeah.
You know who Batman is, right? Like, it's not Batwoman.
Yeah.
It's Batman.
As I said, this is the bitch man. That's what this fucking movie's gonna look like. It's gonna be like basically watching Ruby Rose.
And I'm
Ride the
confused
Batmobile.
because, like, is it turning into My Chemical Romance the movie? Because Andy Serkis is like, it's the darkest Batman movie, and I'm like, so we're gonna have a skinny emo boy,
Yep.
and it's the darkest movie of all Batman movies. Like, you gotta be shitting me here.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna.
They meant to say when he means darkest, he means that there's just going to be really poor lighting. It's going to be like that episode of Game of Thrones everyone complained about.
Yep.
That too. It's gonna have the same lighting as a Hot Topic.
If we're being perfectly honest here, I'm pretty sure what's that Hollister store has worse lighting than Hot Topic does.
Well, that
Yeah.
store is awful.
That's like
Smells
fucking.
good.
You got to bring in your own little like oil lamp and fucking headlamp just to see what the hell you're doing in there.
He's like an old timey prospector walking around looking for a pair of fucking cargo shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least it smells good in there.
Yeah, this is true. It's like Pacific Sun. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Pac Sun.
Hey, at least the fucking Hollister models look better than Robert Pattinson. They should probably go to the mall and cast one of them.
Speaking of looking better than Robert Pattinson, listen to this. He's not wrong. This is funny. He's not wrong. Well, he's not wrong about putting his shirt back on. But his co-star Zoe Kravitz is showing the opposite initiative by doing exactly what Pattinson is critiquing, working out all the time. She works out, as we learned, 5 days a week. Pattinson learned this, and his reaction was literally, I'm just barely doing anything. Yeah, this is Zoe Kravitz. And, hey, kudos to her.
Yeah, that's her from X-Men.
Oh, that's right. She was an X-Men, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She's
She with the bug wings. That's
Okay.
For those keeping track at home. That's Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Yep. And yes, I am going to go her way. There's a deep cut for those of you kids out there who used to listen to Lenny. Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz. Reclusive Pattinson is, on the other hand, used to life on lockdown or dodging people, he says, unlike many others. I spend so much time by myself because you're just kind of always forced to. Like that, I can't really remember what it was like not really having any kind of lifestyle. I just realized everyone is so vulnerable to isolation. It's quite shocking. Like, does he just sound like he just probably like wants to slit his wrist for attention? Like, I thought he outgrew that.
Well, I mean, it could be also. I mean, maybe he's already in shape. Could be one of those guys that was like, you know what, I'm already in shape. I don't need to, pack on 80 pounds of muscle or whatever. But, it depends on what your mind's eye thinks of Batman.
Yeah.
Like, because Batman's been really strong before, but Batman's also been really lean. Like, if he was going for a lean approach, I think Batman Beyond would have been the way to go. Because to me, that's what I think when I think of like skinny, lean Batman.
Same.
But,
Because he's like a borderline, like teenager adult. Like he's around that age. He's not even like that old, right?
Mhm.
Am I right or am I wrong?
no, Terry Guinness or McGinnis, he's
Yeah.
I want to say like that in between age where he could be like a senior in high school or like a freshman, sophomore in college.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, he's not going to be like in his 30s like Batman is, but
If memory serves, I haven't seen Batman Beyond since it was airing new episodes, so keep that in mind. I think he lives at home with his parents, or at least his mom.
no, but either way, it's like Bruce Wayne is a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Christian Bale, the reason why he wasn't huge
Yeah,
was because it's huge. Was because it's that whole Dark Knight trilogy was like a more realistic approach to Batman versus like an actual comic booky version.
Yep.
So that's understandable. Like, how many businessmen are you going to meet that are like huge? But no, like this is just kind of stupid to me. I don't know. Like you go to into any other superhero role, they're going to be like work out, put on weight, get big, get some abs. Okay. I think Star Lord like is going to be a ripped guy with a lot of muscle. I mean, if you just think about it, no. But Chris Pratt went through a lot of training. He lost a lot of weight, and he got a six pack.
Yep.
So,
Dude, like, yeah, look at he's kind of knocking look at Chris Hemsworth, dude. That motherfucker's a brick shithouse,
Yeah, but he's Thor.
Yeah, same thing with like Chris Evans, another one, Captain America. Even Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I mean, he wasn't big, but for his age, he was cut the fuck up.
Yeah, who Wolverine? Hugh Jackman's like what 50 something, and he was fucking cut up as fuck.
He held that physique for like basically 20 years.
Yeah, and that's why he was like, no, after Logan, I'm done. He's like, I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't blame him, dude. Like I said, that amount of training and that dedication is fucking amazing.
now he just tap dances and makes coffee.
It's true. I think it was the special features in, I want to say the Wolverine, the one where he goes to Japan. I think it was that one. One of the actresses was talking about, like, in between takes, he had just this plate of steak that he was just, like, scarfing down steak in between takes to try and keep up his mass.
Yep.
Damn.
And I'm just like, I can't even imagine his food budget.
Oh, dude. Like, just, I can say, because, like, I was eating about 8,000 calories a day for, oh, God, like about 8-9 months straight in 2017. And when I was training really hard. And yeah, but we were spending, just for me, this is not counting the wife and the kids, just my food, because I would eat 8 times a day, plus a meal at night, usually after I'd train, would be like $600-700 just for me.
Jeez.
Oh,
damn. That's not counting supplements either, which was another probably about $450.
Jesus.
The fuck are you buying at GNC, dude?
Oh, protein and fucking
Stocks.
leucine and fucking, I bought that. What is that antler spray? That deer antler spray?
Oh, the test booster.
No, I did use HGH back in the day a couple times, but it wasn't recovering from my shoulder surgery or not surgery, my injury.
I tell you, there's a lot of guys that I work with that do supplements, and they've unanimously agreed on this. I wouldn't know from experience, but they said that like without irony, is that breast milk is like some of the best supplement you can have because it has all that protein and nutrients just packed into it.
Dude, there's a market for like you can buy it online for that for training. It's fucking ridiculous. I've never done it, but
I gotta say though, if you're gonna go that route, you should probably only drink the finest of Cambodian breast milks.
Yes. But Robert Pattinson wouldn't know nothing about that because he's about to tell us what he eats. And this is funny. Pattinson goes running on occasion, which he was spotted doing, so gets exercise in, but he worries about getting arrested. I went for a run around the park today. I'm so terrified of being like arrested. You're allowed to run around here, but the terror I feel from it is quite extreme.
Terror. Oh my god.
It's probably because the quarantine. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No, but I mean, you can run around here.
Yeah.
Why did his shadow look like a cat?
2 steps forward, you take 2 steps back because
Looks like
I'm dressed
looks like
like
Brian Griffin dressed as
okay.
Batman.
It's a pug.
Oh my god,
Oh god, yeah.
it's embarrassing.
That-
He needs a damn testosterone booster.
he does, dude. That kid's like straight fucking soy and estrogen.
Oh my god, what does he eat? Does it say what he eats?
Yeah. At home, he's on a meal plan assigned by the production with the food they give him. I'm essentially on a meal plan for Batman, said Pattinson. Thank God. I don't know what I'd be doing other than that. Pattinson laughingly admitted he is used to eating like a wild animal out of a trash can. That makes no sense. And he cops to eating stuff out of the can, like tuna with a dash of Tabasco. I'll have oatmeal with like vanilla protein powder on it, and then I will barely even mix it up. It's extraordinarily easy. Like I eat out of cans and stuff. Jesus, this thing is bouncing around. I'll literally put Tabasco inside of a tuna can and just eat it out of the can. He also stooped to microwaving pasta, which really isn't a thing, he added. It's really actually quite revolting. Pattinson tries to cook at the end of the article, and it goes disastrously. Wearing gloves, he actually accidentally sets one on fire. GQ pictured him in a self-portrait with a cereal box and a can of beans lying around to convey the mood of his lifestyle and quarters. Like, is life really that bad?
Life's super hard when you got all that Twilight money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which at least he's got on record and been like, yeah, I'm sorry I did those movies.
Yep. He has. He's apologized for those.
Yeah. Which, if you want to see a good movie with him, The Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Yep. That's what I want to. That's what I'm going to rent when I can get back into family video.
Let me double check, Pete. I might have another download code you can have.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Let's see. Midway through the interview, he chases Nicorette gum with Coca-Cola.
Good for him.
So disgusting, he says, though doing it anyway.
What does that do for him?
The fuck if I know.
What the fuck?
Asked about playing archetypal character in Batman. He's something he tends to avoid, but that's been done and redone. Pattinson revealed his research included looking into Batman and Robin, 1997. Probably not the best example. Back then, George Clooney was saying Batman was played out. I mean, it sounds like he has like almost a disdain for the role. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe he's, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. But maybe he's, I don't know him. Maybe he's one of those, what do they call it? The actors that live as the role kind of thing. Where,
method actor.
Method actor. So maybe he's like in Method right now trying to like be that affluent kind of, rich boy that can't really take care of himself. Maybe he's trying to be in character as Bruce Wayne or something.
Yeah.
Because I know What's His Nuts did that with, what was that movie with Kevin James where he was a fighter, Knockout or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Here comes the boom.
Here comes the boom. That dude that he throws up on with the green hair that he knocks out. That guy, I guess, is an MMA fighter, and he was doing an interview as that character, and he said some pretty, I guess, raunchy shit, and he got in a lot of trouble for it. And he was like, "No, it was as the character. That's not me." But so maybe that's his stick. Maybe that's what he's doing right now. Is he's trying to be in like his, I don't care about any of this Bruce Wayne attitude for the interview or something. But that's something I highly doubt. That's just me trying to be optimistic, I guess.
I mean, I like that take on it, but I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those movies where we're just going to have to shut up and see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, not shut up, but you know what I mean. We're going to have to just go see it and see it for ourselves.
Zoe Kravitz, is working out a whole bunch, and if she's in that Catwoman costume, I'm on board.
Meow.
Yes. Right, meow.
Hashtag
Just
meow.
Do I look like a fucking cat?
Am I leaping around all nimbly bimbly?
Oh God.
But no, man, it's kind of funny. I can't understand playing a role like this that it carries that weight, and you're just gonna treat it like kind of like a joke. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. I can't see how you just disrespect a role like that. Let's see what Franchise History TV said. Basically saying Batman is around 6'2" and weighs 230. So that's basically like me. That's like my size.
Yeah, it's just. I mean,
I got the 230 part down. I'm still working on the extra 2 inches of height. This quarantine's not been very kind to me.
me neither.
I
Me
started
neither.
shrinking.
It's been just eating and playing video games.
And I even go to work on a normal schedule, but I'm still like, well, it looks like it's time for another pack of ramen and a pudding cup.
Per
That
day.
sounds like college.
Yeah, that's that's the funny thing. I go like back when all this started, the grocery stores were like naked. There was like practically nothing. I was filling up my shopping cart. I was like, oh yeah, I can make this. I can throw all this together. And my old lady was with me. She was looking at me horrified, and I'm like, listen, if you went to college and lived in the dorms, you know how to cook with a fucking microwave and make some interesting goddamn meals. All right, like. Yeah, you come up with some creative ways to make sustenance for yourself.
I think we should be the meal prep cookers for Robert Pattinson.
Hell yeah! I mean, I can bulk him up. It won't be muscle, but he'll get bulked up.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie. What I'm gonna need you to do? I'm gonna need you to go get a pack of ramen. All right, stay with me here. I'm gonna need you to open that thing up. No. Put the pot down. You don't know. You're not microwaving it either. You're gonna take that flavor pack. You're just gonna dump it on top. You're gonna eat it like a giant ass cracker. All right, and then we're gonna suck start one of these fucking pudding cups because we forgot to buy spoons. All right, we're gonna take that lid, we're gonna fold it into a little triangle and try to scoop out the corners, because every little drop counts. And then you're gonna act like these cough drops are hard candy. So you're gonna eat some cough drops because they taste good, and you're like, oh, it's kind of like candy, right? So that's what you're gonna do. And now, since you don't have any candy bars because they're all gone, you're gonna get that block of baking chocolate. Yeah, it's gonna taste bad, but you're gonna convince yourself that it's chocolate, and you're gonna eat
What
that.
kind of meal prepping is this?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
And I'm gonna need you to take some of those mini mushrooms, and marshmallows, just kind of put them in your gum line like you're packing a lip. It's gonna taste awful, but it's gonna be sustenance that you can suck on the rest of the day.
Mushrooms and marshmallows. Ugh. I'm high and that didn't even sound good. Shit.
All right, now stay with me. You see that jar of pickles over there? You're gonna put some Kool-Aid in that. All right, you gotta mix that up.
Oh.
Kool-Aid
Lord.
pickles.
Oh, Lord.
You did not eat this in college, dude.
Oh, I absolutely ate. I ate most of that.
Tell me you didn't do the pickle and Kool-Aid thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's delicious.
Oh, my
Why?
God.
What the fuck?
I don't think I can,
What brings you to do that?
Desperation.
I
Why
mean, I
wouldn't
would
you
just
just
eat
get some
eat the
water?
pickles.
Yeah.
Well, my water, whenever you turned on the sink in college, made that noise before the water came out, and you're like, yeah, this water isn't good enough to drink.
This is true.
So,
Ugh.
Sweet, fancy.
Would have just went out and
bonus.
got some from a hose or something.
yeah, that probably would have been cleaner.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There was one time I went to shave, so I used to shave a very weird way, but I'd fill up the sink with hot water, and I would use that to shave. And so I'd put the stopper down, and I'd fill up the fill the sink with hot water.
I used to do that.
Yeah, and I came back, and my water was brown. I was like, I probably shouldn't be drinking this anymore. And it was like the third day.
Oof.
Ugh.
So,
Oof. That was the coof before the coof was the coof.
yeah. Steve says "da fuck," and I'm like, hey, listen, you got to go stay like 3 weeks in where I lived in West Virginia, and you'll be like, oh, that's fine cuisine you're listing off there, sir. The alternative is the squirrel you shot yesterday.
God
Get
damn
some
it.
of that damn cold water.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We bottle our shit off and we send it off to Flint, and they're like, this is delicious.
Oh man, they don't like them jokes, man. I know a lot of people from Flint. They do not like them jokes because I'm like, look, it is your damn fault. You did not pay the water bill. Damn you, Flint. Damn you.
Exactly. It wasn't Lord Farquaad that decided to make a deal with like Coke or Pepsi or something like that and bottle all the clean water and send it off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Governor Farquaad, our fucking drive-in screen four-headed fucking five-head governor.
Susie Lou?
She gone.
Mm-hmm.
She gone. Her Patreon got nuked.
Yep.
That's what happens when you do the shit she did.
Lord Farquaad, yeah.
Oh yeah, she was giving a speech today. The wife was listening to it. I'm like, I just heard her. I can't watch any of her shit. It's like I can't. Like she locked down the state until like the 28th of this month. I'm like, there's like where I live is a resort town. It's small. I was like, these businesses, they're not built to sustain being shut down for fucking months like this. I'm like, you cannot do that.
Yeah. I feel like her next announcement is going to say that the quarantine is still in effect and you can only leave your house to help evict and hunt down these fairy tale creatures.
I'm looking for a big ugly ogre and a donkey.
What are you gonna do in San Francisco, man?
Oh God! Somebody's got to clean the poop off the sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell, man!
It's a gelatinous cube. No, it's a piece of shit, Randy. What?
They shut down the freaking Okay, so they have. Steve says Wisconsin Supreme Court rejected the extension. Fuck, good for them. Michigan was like, no, she can just do whatever she wants. We can't tell her anything. She's a woman. Seriously, like if you oppose her, it's like you're just a bigot or a sexist. It's like, no, dude, you're screwing over small businesses. There's a 77-year-old barber in Owasso, Michigan, who refused to shut his barbershop down, and now 3 or 4 sheriffs from the state of Michigan have come out and said they refuse to uphold anything she hands down anymore. They're done.
Good for them.
That's what I said. I was like, fuck yes. I'm like, they're straight up. They're just like, nope, we're here to protect people, and we're not going to harass somebody who wants to run his business that he's run for what this dude's been open for, like I think it's like 50 years. Like there was like militia out there basically protecting his outside of his shop, but the cops were just like, nope, we're supporting you. So yeah, she's fucking up.
Well, speaking of fighting people, let's get on to our next topic. Celebrity deathmatch. So for y'all listening, we got a new segment that we're going to start on the boardroom. We can either do this, every show, or we can do this every other show or once a month or something like that. But basically, this segment is going to be the 3 of us, and we all pick our personal celebrity deathmatch fights for the week or for the show or whatever. So we're each going to have, our picks, and then we all discuss who's going to win and why. And I think it'd be pretty cool because we can all pick something pretty funny. And everybody in the chat, if you want to chime in and who's going to win and why, it'd be pretty cool. So who wants to go first?
I've got a good one.
All right, go ahead.
This would be on an edition of in the Dave Chappelle boys. Dave Chappelle. Words are hard. It would be the Friday night sissy fights, and it would be Paul Feig versus Amy Schumer.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be a
Paul Feig versus Amy Schumer.
Yep.
Damn.
And Paul Feig is a male feminist, so he would take a hell of an ass whooping in the name of not hurting a woman. I think Amy Schumer would run over him like she does a freaking bakery. Just like no prisoners taken. She would devour him like she steals other people's jokes. Just fucking just destroy everything in sight. Kind of like when she goes to, what is that, Golden Corral?
Oh my God.
Paul Feig be sitting there. You know who Paul Feig reminds me of is that other Tim Gunn, the host that one fashion show. Yeah, Tim Gunn. That's just fabulous. I always think of him when I think of Paul Feig. It's like they were like split in two, kind of like in the first few seasons of The Flash, when those two guys were the one. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember. Not the Wonder Twins, but but yeah, I want to see Paul Feig and Amy Schumer fight to the death.
Talking about Firestar?
Yes. Yeah. It was like the old white dude and the younger black guy. I can't remember their names, but the one was the professor
and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it was what's her name, Caitlin's boyfriend at one point, and then I think he died or something. I don't know. I can't remember, so long ago. But yeah, so it would be like Paul Feig versus Amy Schumer, definitely. I think Amy Schumer takes it. How many rounds? Are they like 3 rounds?
Yeah, we'll do 3.
I don't know. I think he's gonna dangle a movie roll in front of her, and she's just gonna be like that fucking dog sled with a ham in front of it, just chase after that.
Yeah.
I think Amy Schumer is going to have the advantage that Meg Griffin has on a lot of people. I think she's going to smell really bad, and I
She's
think that'll make Paul run away.
outgross him.
I think so. I think she'll outgross him, but you never know. Maybe he's like immune to it.
Are we talking about box office outgross or just stench?
I was just gonna say, I was like,
Stench.
because box office outgrossing each other. I mean, they're gonna be in the negative numbers. You know, they're none of their movies make money. I don't think so.
Neither of them will make it to Final Jeopardy.
No.
Well, their careers are in jeopardy because they're fighting. So
Amy Schumer's in jeopardy of freaking like being on My 600-Pound Life. I mean, shit.
Yeah, whichever one of you wins gets to be in the movie that breaks even.
The movie, it's called Even Stevens too.
Hell yeah.
dude, Sal, if you cooked for Amy Schumer, she'd bite your damn hand off.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God, you would have her eating out of the palm of your hand like a wild horse.
I gotta keep my fingers flat.
Give me some more of that pickle Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid pickles.
You
I'm
should
telling
have
you, they're delicious.
You shove your hand down the front of Amy Schumer's pants. It's like a horse's mouth eating an apple.
Oh.
There's a fucking visual for you, boys.
Damn it,
Hell
Pete.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Gotta enlist that bitch in the Kentucky Derby.
What do you think smells better, Amy Schumer or a horse?
I would go with a horse. I know how most people keep their horses groomed, and yeah, well, when they're freshly groomed, they smell quite pleasant. But yeah, Amy Schumer, no, that's sweat, shame, and fucking bacon grease, probably.
Hell yeah.
Just, ugh.
And Paul Feig is just straight up like he probably still wears wears cucumber melon lotion and like I don't know, he's just he's very. He doesn't. Well, he's admitted he doesn't know how to write for men, which lets me know this motherfucker doesn't know how to fight a lick. Like I said, Amy Schumer, they got probably have a slap fight, but I can see Amy Schumer kicking him where his balls should be, and
In a slap box.
Yep, and she would think kicking him where the ball should be is going to hurt, but he's already a fucking eunuch. He's been castrated anyway because he's a male feminist. So
Well, we gotta first. We have to confirm that Amy Schumer has a foot because she's so fat. She has beat us for sure. She might not have a foot. Like you don't know.
Stumps.
You don't know. I mean, she's disgusting. She looks like walking butter.
Walking butter, melted walking butter.
Hell yeah. Her favorite midnight snack is cereal milk.
That sounds delicious. I got Oreo cereal and Cocoa Pebbles, man. Mix them.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, mix them together. That cereal milk delicious.
Y'all ever just take Oreos and put milk in it and just eat the cookies like cereal?
I have not.
Oh my God.
I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't get the Oreos to stay on the spoon.
I just dip the Oreos in peanut butter
Nice.
because I'm disgusting. I love peanut butter though. Like Trey's as bad as I am now. He'll eat it, but he'll eat it out of a jar with a spoon. So we have our own jar of peanut butter.
My college roommate dunked his Oreos in orange juice.
What?
That's odd.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
There's not too many foods that
Is he
go
okay?
with the taste of orange juice outside of like breakfast foods. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's also the one that introduced me to Kool-Aid pickles, so I don't know.
Oh my God. What's wrong with you guys?
Sweet fancy Moses.
Yeah. I mean, it must be a Mississippi thing. I don't know. That's where he was from.
Down there, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like we need to build a wall around Mississippi. What the fuck?
It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Huge wall.
Huge Kool-Aid pickles. Big
Kool-Aid
old jar of
pickles.
pickles.
The next big thing. They're gonna be huge. Your kids are gonna love them huge. You might not appreciate it, but your kids will.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a bag of tiramisu flavored Oreos. Holy hell.
Oh Jesus!
Oh
That
my
sounds
God,
fucking delicious.
There's no more.
Hmm?
They're all gone.
I'm like that with
Heavy breathing.
the fucking Dairy Queen by my house. We went there the other day. They make a goddamn blizzard with those iced animal crackers in them. The
Are
animal
you
cookies.
serious? They
make a
have
blizzard.
those?
They make a blizzard with.
I gotta go to Dairy Queen tomorrow. Oh my god.
I don't know if it's just this one or not, but I mean, because it's not like it's not like a real big one. It's just like a little tiny one. But fuck, man, it was so good. Oh,
Dude, we
yeah.
lost our Dairy Queen.
That's one of the few things that survived in this fucking town.
Damn.
Other than the bars.
We got to drive to Orlando to go to Dairy Queen.
How far of a drive is it?
Like 25 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. There's an ice cream shop. The ice cream shop I used to work at is for sale. I was joking around with the wife. I was like, let's fucking buy it. I can run a fucking ice cream shop. I'm a fucking stoner.
Dude, not gonna lie, like ice cream's probably the best dessert. Like,
oh god, yes. I fucking I had there's a item on the menu there that I kind of came up with. I took what the fuck was it? Like the slushies, and I started putting soft serve in them. And yeah, dude, you put just vanilla soft serve in them in a slushie. I just called it a glacier. I was high as shit one night, fucking around back there with. It was me and like the girl I was dating that worked there. It was right after I graduated high school. We worked there together. I was the manager, and we went out back. We smoked, and I was like, let's fucking make up some shit. We were just sitting there because we were slow. We were making up some shit, and I was like, I put vanilla soft serve and a little bit of blue raspberry slushy, and I was like, mix it up a little bit, you know. I was like, this is fucking delicious. She's like, no, I'm gonna taste it. She fucking, yeah. So I showed it to the owner. I'm like, hey, check this out. When she came in the next day, and she's like, how'd you come up with that? I was like, I was just experimenting. She goes, that's really good. That's going on the menu. I'm like, fuck, I should get commissions on this.
I think that would be Amy Schumer's nickname or wrestling name is Soft Serve. Amy Soft Serve Schumer.
Amy Soft Serve Schumer. Oh god, she's just and like I said, like when she first started doing stand-up at one point, I was like, she actually looked halfway decent. That was before she turned into a fucking insane like heifer. I was like, you look halfway decent for kind of a big girl.
She looks like the Mucinex guy that steals jokes.
Oh god, she's like horrible now. Like I never watched that movie with her. Was that her and John Cena or whatever? I can't remember. It was like Bill Hader was like the main guy. I never watched it because it was all this while. I'm like, I'm not watching that shit.
I feel so bad for John Cena.
Yeah, because he did like a sex scene with her. I think in that was that called Train Wreck. Train Wreck. That's what it was called.
Couldn't be more of an appropriate name.
Eesh, that's the story of her life is Train Wreck.
Sal, what you got for us, man?
Well, I'm thinking. I'm a big fan of There Can Only Be One, and so I'm thinking Battle of the Kevins. So I'm putting Kevin James against Kevin Smith.
Ooh.
Oh.
So Kevin James, I think, is going to take it just because he does. He did some kind of training for that. That movie I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So I think he knows how to fight a little bit, and I think Kevin Smith is just going to be in such awe that he's even there that he'll just start crying and throw the match.
Now, do you think Kevin James would like obliterate Kevin Smith, or do you think Kevin Smith would probably like light up a joint and try to smoke with him to kind of like ease the tension a little bit?
I don't know if Kevin James would be down for something like that. Like, at least none of the characters that he's played, to my knowledge, are kind of lend themselves to that lifestyle. So I feel like that might backfire.
No. Kevin James?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think he's ever really played a stoner role, has he?
No. And I'm pretty sure that when he's standing over him to deliver the final punch, he'll say, this is for yoga hosers, and just fucking cleans his clock.
God, that movie's awful. The movie is so bad.
He fell into that trope of wanting to put his kid in every movie, just like Will Smith.
Ugh. Damn it, Will.
No.
It worked one time with Pursuit of Happiness, and he's like, this is going to work every time. Let me put my kid into every single movie I'm in and one that I make.
I watched like probably a half hour of After Earth, and I was like, okay, we're done here.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking horrible. I was like, I don't even know what this is. I'm like, didn't you already remake the Omega Man?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that movie called? I Am Legend. Yeah, I Am Legend.
Yep.
That wasn't a bad movie. I didn't dislike it. The only thing I disliked was the fact that as soon as a woman came around, his whole fucking life fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
She
It
fucking
started
ruined.
because she made his bacon.
Yep, she fucking ruined everything.
Dude, they're watching like SpongeBob or Shrek or something in the background, the little kid, and I'm just like, hell yeah.
I'm just wondering how the hell the TV's still working.
I know.
I mean, someone has to be there for broadcast and make sure everything's still up and running, so
DVD.
I guess. But yeah, I kind of lost it for Will Smith when I realized that him and his wife named their children opposite of themselves. Because
Wait, what?
his wife's name is Jada, and his
Yep.
son's name is Jaden.
Yep.
His name is Will, and his daughter's name is Willow.
Oh, what the I don't know why I never realized that.
I didn't. It never said that. Never set in with me until just now.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
I realized that, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
What the fuck?
So,
It's like that's got to be the weirdest family, bro.
mhm.
Oh yeah. What?
I mean, their
what
son thinks he's like a transgendered vampire or some shit now.
What?
Transformers more than meets the eye.
Yeah, his son is like off on the, the fucking deep end.
I've got a fucking song. That got me kicked off Facebook once. I posted it in a comment section. I made up a whole song about the Transformers.
Nice.
It got me banned. I fucking used to have a screenshot of it. I think I deleted it. Damn it. Like transformer or transgender is more than meets the eye. Penises, atoms, apples in disguise. Some shit like that. I had a whole fucking. I wish I could remember the whole thing. That was funny as hell because I just came up with it and I was like, I'm gonna burn this guy in this comment section with it that thinks he's ma'am, and I did, and then I got banned.
I think if you put Kevin James in some catching gear or some hockey gear, he has to look like a transformer. I think that would be a good match if you put both of them in like hockey gear and you made them fight. Because like I think in a fair fight, I think Kevin James is going to murder Kevin Smith. But since Kevin Smith likes hockey a lot, I'm sure he plays it too. I'm sure if you put them both in pads and skates, I think that'd be more of a fair fight.
Probably.
I'll take Kevin James though.
Did you see Franchise History's last comment? Jada had a side dude. Will didn't care.
Yeah, that. Like I said, that's a.
She used to be fucking gorgeous. Like I was in love with her in like the 90s. She was fucking hot, dude. She was hot in Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt, Set It Off. I mean, she was in Nutty Professor 2, I think. No, that was Janet Jackson. She was in the first one. Wasn't she in the first one? Wasn't Jada in the first one?
Well, didn't Will Smith say that like when he met Jada that all he did was cry and cry because he realized that he married the wrong woman or something like that?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was married when they met.
Damn.
Wow.
So, yeah, she was, man. She was gorgeous back in the day. I mean, like she was on that Gotham show, which I didn't watch the whole thing.
I couldn't get into it.
Me and the wife watched probably most of the first season, and I was like, and then they started with like basically like a new villain every week, and it was like, I was like, it was just too. I'm like, you're putting too much into this too fast, and there's not enough development. Jada was in that. She played Fish Mooney. I liked his who was the guy who was playing Harvey Dent at Donnell Logue. He was in what was that movie? He was in the Tower of Steve and
Grounded for Life.
Grounded for Life is one of my fucking favorite like underrated shows, man. Because the brother Eddie in that was great in Pineapple Express.
Yep.
And Super Bad, but no man, Logue was great in Blade too, as Dorf's like kind of henchman, But
he's also great. I think it was the last season of Justified.
See, I never watched Justified. My parents like love that show, and I have Hulu now, so I saw it's on there, and I'm gonna watch it.
It's really good.
Yeah, Timothy Olyphant is a hell of an actor. Like I don't think he really gets enough credit for as good as he actually is.
Yeah.
He played a really good sleazeball in The Girl Next Door too, if anybody remembers that movie. You never seen that one?
Trying to think of what that is.
The Girl Next Door. Do you remember Alicia Cuthbert? She was in The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, okay.
She played she was like a playmate, or she had been in like Playboy or porn or something, and she moved next door to, I can't remember the kid's name. Is it Emil Hirsch, maybe? I don't know if I'm right, but she moved next door to him, and he kind of like had a crush on her, and Timothy Olyphant was like the bad guy, and yada yada, and it was, I mean, it's kind of like a teenage love story kind of thing, but it came out like, I want to say like 2001 or 2, maybe. It's called The Girl Next Door, but not a bad movie. But Alicia Cuthbert was beautiful in that. Like, she was on The Ranch. She still looks pretty good. And she's funny. That's the thing I like about her. She's pretty funny. I don't even know how I got off on this tangent.
I don't know either.
This is like the old days, man. This is like fucking Pete Daddy fucking Dollar Cutaway, fucking 15 minutes of what the fuck are you even talking about, bro? Now I'm looking up Alicia Cuthbert.
All right, what you got for us, Cody?
For my matchup, I'm gonna go with Nick Swartzen versus Mike Myers,
Like
Nice.
the killer or the actor?
the actor.
Okay. I was gonna say, well, there goes that fight.
That'd be a little too one-sided.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the shape.
Yeah, the shape.
I'm gonna say Mike Myers because I know he's a little older, but I feel like Nick Swartzen wouldn't be able to take a hit, and I feel like because of where Mike Myers grew up in Canada, he probably played hockey a lot and can take a hit.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. That makes actually a lot more sense. Damn. Okay. I'm going Nick Swartzen on this one just because he's a crazy motherfucker. And he's such a wild card. And he's Crazy Terry.
Is that his character from Reno 911?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the gay prostitute with rollerblades.
Yeah. I just like his stand-up. He's like, I love being around my grandma because I feel strong. I'm like, Grandma, you mean this gallon of milk? Oh, Nicholas, you're so strong. You look winded, Mom. Maybe you should sit in this chair. Nicholas.
And she like freaks the fuck out. Like, Nicholas! This heavy gallon of milk. Who you going with, Pete?
Alicia Cuthbert and a bro. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm fucking distracted over here looking at pictures of Alicia Cuthbert. Let's see. Fuck. I gotta go with Mike Myers, man. Nick Swartzen strikes me as like, he probably, like Sal said, he probably can't take a hit, and I think he's probably about as masculine as most of his characters are. Like that's really him. Like, he's not a masculine man. Whereas Mike Myers might not be like scream like alpha male to you, but he seems like a scrapper to me. Nick Swartzen would probably seriously be afraid of his own shadow a little bit.
I just think of Dr. Evil every time I think of Mike Myers.
That's the other thing. He could show up as any one of his characters.
Yep. Hope he's not the love guru.
Show up as fat bastard.
Get in my belly.
Quasi evil.
Ah, yes.
He shows up as Shrek. His entrance, like, it would just be like, and Michael Myers, and somebody once told me this. That's how he comes out.
That would be the best thing ever. Holy shit. And you just see Nick Swartzen roll out in rollerblades. Hey guys, what's up?
I got my race car, man.
I think we're gonna fight today. It's crazy, you know. I'm in Adam Sandler movies a lot, so you might see me there.
Big facts.
Big
Big
facts.
facts.
Man.
Big facts.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3 quick maths. So, no shit, that song. So, that song, which is clearly a joke, right? I was overseas when that song came out, right?
Yeah.
And in the local clubs, yes, they do have clubs over there, even though there's a lot of sand and some very strict laws.
Whoa. Say it.
They didn't know that song was a parody. Like, they didn't know that was a like satire song, and they would play it in the clubs, and people would dance to it unironically.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, my sweet summer children.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like the Family Guy jokes when they're like, "It's still the '80s over in Africa."
Yep. Oh, look, 1984 Miami Dolphins Super Bowl t-shirts.
That's the funniest thing is like every time there's a Super Bowl, like the loser T-shirts, you know they're going to Africa.
Yeah, they're going to like some third world country, man. They're dropping them off in like fucking like Kazakhstan or something like that. Like you fucking, they're just like it's the middle of winter and there's just like bundles of t-shirts falling from an airplane.
49ers Super Bowl champs. All right.
I like to think that there's someone over there that bases all of their sports ball knowledge based on those jerseys, and they have everything completely backwards from like the 1970s onward.
Yep.
It's like when I did karate in college, there was this guy that had basically been teaching himself, watching YouTube videos and the like, and didn't realize, which his katas were very clean, very very clean, and he didn't realize though that by watching them on YouTube, he was learning them backwards. So instead of going to the left, he'd go to the right. It was both interesting and funny to watch because they were super clean, just backwards.
That's fucking funny.
How are the clubs like overseas? Were they like that crazy?
Well, where I was, it wasn't so much the locals that made them that way. It was us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
you guys brought over some Four Locos and shit and got hammered?
Those are fucking disgusting.
You
I love Four Locos.
You can't get that through customs.
Damn.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
God. I was working security for that fucking company, and I was leaving one of the stores I was at, and I grabbed a couple of them. I'd never had them before. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I saw DJ Khaled drink one in the I'm on one video. I'm gonna grab a couple of these and try them out. If Khaled can drink it, goddamn it, I can drink it too. So I cracked one open in the car on the way home, and I was like, oh God. I'm like, ugh. I almost fucking threw up. I was like, that bitch went out the window. I'm like, nope. I was like,
Four Locos are the best.
I was like, if I get busted for open intox, it is sure as hell not going to be with one of these goddamn things. That is for sure. Nope, not happening. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you keeping score at home, that was 10 years ago before I had a kid. So I was being irresponsible by myself.
Yo, we should definitely do like a watch party where it's just Four Locos.
I cannot drink those. I'll drink wine out of a box all day, but I'm not drinking the Four Loko.
I want to like send a friend request to your wife and be like, "Yo, get Pete some Four Locos and switch them out with his box of wine." You're gonna be like, "Honey, this doesn't taste right."
Shit, she yelled at me. My sister got her a fucking bottle of wine for Mother's Day. It was sitting on the counter, and I was looking at it tonight. She goes, "Don't think about it." I'm like, "But I don't want to drink beer." She goes, "That's mine. That's the only present I got for Mother's Day." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. Me and the kid didn't get you anything for Mother's Day. Sorry." So you didn't even give me a card. I'm like,
damn.
I did get you a son. Woman, calm down.
That's what I said. I was like, I gave you this ginormous baby and fucked you all up.
I gave you this little 40-year-old.
He's oh my God. Yeah. He is definitely me. It's fucking terrifying. It's both fun and terrifying at the same time. You know, it's like when you're a father and you have a son, you're like, I want him to be like me, and then it turns out like you, and you're like, oh shit.
Maybe I was a bad example. I'm a bad template.
I feel like Jack and Lost. Like, we have to go back. We have to go back, hon. We have to go back.
Why are you holding Trey upside down? I'm looking for his reset button. He doesn't have a cartridge I can blow on, so this is my next option.
Poke him in the forehead. Come on, reset. Dad, knock it off.
Come on, do math.
We had the lightsabers out today. He shattered the barrel of his fucking green lightsaber.
Oh.
Like he bought it at the bodega.
Mm.
It was only a couple bucks, you know. So I had one of my red like blade builder Darth Vader ones, and dude, he's young. I buy the cheap ones. He breaks those motherfuckers like, and he is swinging that thing. I mean, like two hands like a beast. I mean, he's bringing the heat. He's hit me a couple times, and it stings. And he fucking He swung that and like cracked right across the barrel of mine, busted his barrel like right in half. I'm like, dude. Well,
Do you guys play the game that I used to play a lot when I was a kid?
What was that?
Killing younglings.
Oh, he's savage. I don't get a chance to do anything. I'm playing defense the whole damn time. Like he just beats
Keely
the
Chow in
shit
the
out of me.
chat. What will you be watching for the watch party? I don't know.
What should we watch?
What watch party?
I
Oh, the
don't
Four
know.
Loco one?
The Four Loko sponsored watch party.
Yeah.
If you're listening to Four
I
Loko,
mean, you don't have to drink Four Logos, but I mean, if you want to, it's optional. I'll probably do it. So
I'll be a good sport and I'll get one.
all right,
I will.
All right.
I'll,
Good man.
I'll be a good sport and get one, dude.
Yeah, you guys can drink Sprite or something. I don't know. I don't care.
So in the interest of keeping my sobriety, I will maintain with my go-go juice or water.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sal, you're excused from that.
Bro, you should drink some like pickle Kool-Aid juice
See, that's the
and
trick.
show it on the camera, like next to your figures, and being like, "Yo,
You
this
have
is
to,
what I'm
you have to show
drinking,
yourself
motherfucker."
making it too.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
boy.
that'll...
A tutorial video.
A tutorial.
That
You
is
can time lapse that. I want a fucking video. I
Oh
want a
my
video.
god!
Sal.
Yes.
That is an intensive, like, 4-day long process.
It's like you're making prison wine or something.
Would you like some Merlot? I made it in the toilet.
You want some ketchup and oranges?
Hell yeah.
I was just thinking that movie. What is that? Let's Go to Prison.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna eat my cornbread. I'm gonna touch my cornbread. There'll be consequences and repercussions. Oh, life! I saw that in the theater opening night.
Oh, man.
It can't get right. Fucking Bokeem Woodbine knocks
I'm
up
the baby's pappy.
knocks up what was her name? She was on one of them fucking like CSI shows. I can't remember her name. She played a federal agent or some shit. Anyway,
Yo, we should watch Talladega Nights.
I think
That's a good one.
I was like, I'm trying to think if I might own that one. I know I have Step Brothers for sure. I don't know if I have Talladega Nights. If not, I can go steal it from my mom's house.
Ooh, we should watch. Okay, we could do Step Brothers.
You have Step Brothers, Sal?
I do not. Not here, anyway.
If you have, I mean, we can do whatever. If you want to do Talladega Nights, I've got the DVD at my mom's house.
Do you have it, Sal?
Not here, no.
I'm trying to think. Is it on Netflix or Hulu though?
It probably is.
I believe Talladega Nights might be on Netflix.
More than likely, probably.
I'm trying to think. I want to watch the Holmes and Watson movie they did. I've heard
that was awful.
Yes,
Oh,
I've heard
God.
that's why I want to watch it because I heard it was like god awful, and I want to know how bad it is actually.
Ah.
I imagine it's just as bad as we think it is.
It probably is. Franchise says he's got both. Yeah, my sister bought me Step Brothers for my birthday one year. And excuse me, I love Talladega Nights though, man. That is as corny as that movie is. God, is it funny? Like John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is, he's kind of a one-trick pony, but there's some roles that he can just like. Step Brothers was great. Talladega Nights, Anchorman. He was good in those roles. What did you guys think about him in The Office, though?
I feel like, so this is where I have to separate my feelings about the character for him as an actor, because I think he did a really great job at making me hate that character.
Yes.
I think that was the whole point, is that you were not supposed to like him. And because, so people are like, oh, I thought he did a really bad job. I hated that character. I'm like, I think that was the point.
Yep.
So, in that vein, I liked it, but I did not like his character.
Yeah, it was. What about you, Cody?
I don't know.
It's kind of on the fence with him.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
he was kind of forced, like a little bit. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny because everybody loves Pam and Jim usually. I mean, I don't dislike them at all. I truly love John Krasinski and Jenna Fisher. I think they're wonderful people. I think they both are. They're two of the probably like good. They seem like they're truly like most of the people on The Office like actually seem like kind of like normal folks who just happen to be like actors. Like Phyllis, that's her real name, Phyllis Smith.
Yeah.
She wasn't an actress. Like
Angela,
yeah. You know, she's fucking hilarious. Angela Kinsey, she is funny as hell. You know, Jenna Fisher, you know, she's been in some movies. BJ Novak, Ryan, he's more of a producer than he is an actor. Same thing with the guy that played Toby. His name eludes me. Paul something is his name, but he wasn't even going to act in the show. He didn't want to, except they were like, "Hey, read for Toby," and he read for Toby, and like, "Oh, you're Toby," you know.
It was just like Creed Bratton. That's his real full name, Creed Bratton. And he was like, he was supposed to be like I think he was like a writer, or he was like a grip or something like that. And they were just like, yeah, you're gonna be on the show.
He's such a wild card. It's like one of the best parts of the show.
Oh God, he's like when he became manager after
you know
Dwight
what?
shot the
You know
hole in
what?
the floor.
Let's do that. Let's do The Office.
The Office is on Netflix.
For now.
You guys down for that?
It's on Netflix for another year. I did a video about it. Nobody watched. About probably 6, 7, 8 months ago.
I watched it.
You're like one of 15 people. Thank you. Let's see. Right, Keely Chow, Paul Lieberstein. Thank you. I blanked on his last name. I knew it was a Steen or a Berg. I just wasn't sure. But yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Paul Feig fighting Amy Schumer earlier. Paul Feig produced a lot of episodes of The Office. I think he directed a few too. But he was actually, and I can give him credit where credit is due. What is that? Bridesmaids. That movie was funny. Okay. I really like the Irish guy that plays the cop. I can never remember his name. I genuinely, I've seen him in a couple of things. I like him, and I do like Kristen Wiig. I think Kristen Wiig is she's pretty funny. And the other gal from Saturday Night Live, Maya Rudolph. You know, they're funny. But see, a movie like that was more his speed because it was female. It was a female-centered movie.
Right.
And he's admitted that he can't write for male characters, but the male characters in The Office aren't like your like action stars. So
No.
I mean, he could write for some, you know, blue collar, you know, office, you know, or white collar office people. You know, I mean, it's not a big, you know, you're not out writing it. They're out punching holes in the walls, except Andy, of course. You know,
Damn, Andy.
Ed Helm, Ed Helm is hilarious, but there was some time when they first introduced Andy on that show, it was like he was the foil to Dwight, and then, you know, Jim, and he was just kind of annoying, and they flipped his character like within like one episode and kind of made him endearing. But I could sit and talk about The Office all night.
I think it's settled then. If you're good with this, Al, are you good with it? Okay, so we'll be doing The Office watch party.
When you do it.
You guys want to do it for the boardroom, or do you want to do it on like my channel or something?
Either or is fine.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do it either or. I'm good if we want to do that for the boardroom. Watch like, you know, what are they? 22 minutes. We can watch like fucking 4 episodes. I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay,
pick
sounds
out
good.
our favorites.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I really don't want to start with season 1.
No.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do like our favorite episodes. Like each time we could do a whole series of it. I mean, we could like multiple shows of us watching The Office.
Yeah.
All right,
Should we-
so
Yeah.
we'll plan that out after the show tonight, and
Yep.
we'll get together our favorite episodes. All right,
Excellent.
sweet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be doing the Office watch party here on the Boardroom or Goober Brothers Entertainment. Either or, we'll figure that out later. But yeah, get your 4 Locos ready. We'll be watching The Office.
All right.
All right. So, with our next topic, guys, do you guys like Halloween?
Yes, sir.
You guys like the spooky season?
I do. The spoopy season.
Yeah,
I do. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Well, I like it year round, probably like a lot of other people. So, with that being said, tonight, one of my favorite interests, and a lot of y'all's interests as well. I know a lot of y'all like the same topic, and you guys here on the show like it as well. But we're going to be talking about boardroom ghost stories. So, a few of us have had some experiences with stuff, whether that be, yeah.
Mhm.
So, I know Pete, Sal, you guys have a couple stories. I don't necessarily have too many personal stories, even though I like research this shit a lot. But I do have something for you guys tonight. So, but in the meantime, which one of you guys wants to go first with your story? I mean, you guys said that you had some sort of encounter or something before.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Go ahead, Sal.
Okay. So, this is gonna sound kind of made up on the spot, but there in my hometown where I grew up, there used to be an orphanage, right? So this is what you would call a twofer. Um, so there used to be an orphanage, right? And it was abandoned, like basically overnight abandoned in like the '60s or something like that. And like most things in my hometown, when something gets abandoned, they just leave it. They don't bother demolishing it or anything like that because like, oh, we could use that for something else, even though it just dilapidates into the ground eventually. So this girl I was dating in high school, it used to be a common place for teenagers to go and break into and run around and shit like that and get up to no good. 'Cause that's what teenagers do. And my friends and I had been planning for months to do this, like because they kept replacing locks and all that kind of shit, and you didn't want to break the windows. Well, at least we didn't want to break windows, but other people would. And by the time we all figured out, oh, we'll do it on this day because it's so and so's birthday or whatever. Excuse me, this go-go juice is getting to me.
Nice.
Carbonation. So basically, we're like, all right, we're gonna do it on. It was my friend's birthday, right? Because his birthday was June 6th, and it was 2006. So we were gonna do it on 666 because we're teenagers and we thought we were edgy. And a week prior, the bulldozers came through and knocked it down. So it was gone completely. Now, the reason why I bring this up is a girlfriend I had dated previously had gone in and taken pictures. They had like this big, what was really creepy is that there was a dollhouse in there that the kids could play with that was modeled after the place itself. And before it was an orphanage, it was a sanitarium.
Oh.
So it's like the trifecta of like creepy shit for a B-list horror movie. Well, because she had sent them to me before, and I had saved them, and then they got deleted. And so I messaged her one day, and I was like, "Hey, do you still have those pictures?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "The pictures of the orphanage." And she's like, "I've never even been inside the orphanage. I don't have pictures." I was like, "Yes, you do. You sent them to me." She's like, "No, it wasn't me." So I was like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't her. So I started messaging everybody else on my little friends list because this is back in the days of, AOL Instant Messenger. No one had them. Like,
What?
every single person that I talked to was like, I've never been inside of there. I don't have pictures of that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, someone sent them to me. And they're like, no, dude, that's been demolished for like a year or two. And I'm like, it just got demolished last week. They're like, no, it's been gone. So apparently, I had been seeing some phantom building and seen pictures of the inside that no one had been inside. Like, it was fucking weird.
What the hell?
So, but I can distinctly remember them in my head. Like, I can see them in my head right now, exactly what they look like.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah. So, to add to that, about a year later, the summer before I go off to college, my friends and I go up there to the hill where it used to be. And like the stone path is still leads up there. It's all overgrown with grass and shit. At least it was. This is going on. What is it? 2020. So this is 13 years ago. And so we go up there, and they've got it fenced off because they're getting rid of the foundation and shit. I guess they're gonna fucking they built something there. I think there's like a hospital there now or something. I don't remember. Oh, I forgot the other part of the trifecta. It's adjacent to a cemetery. So I forgot to mention that part. So which is actually right behind the old high school I used to go to. So there's also that.
Wow.
Where the hell did you grow up?
West by God, Virginia.
Oh my god.
And yes, West Virginia is a state.
Yes. Don't be like the lady on the subway that argued with me about the fucking West Virginia not being a state.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'll tell that story after this one. So we go up there, and you know, they got it fenced off, so we're getting as close as we can. And there's this thing where it was like, at a certain time, you know how all these urban legends go. It's like if you go there at a certain time, you'll see a ghost or whatever.
Yeah.
And we went there. We waited till I think it was like 3:15 in the morning or 3:33 or some I don't remember what it was. But we're sitting there and we're waiting, and I'm just staring. And I'm looking, and I don't think anything of it, but I see like this kind of like white thing in the middle of the field, but it's been there the whole time, and I'm like, okay, like, still waiting. And all my friends I'm like, you guys see anything? Like, and like none of them are speaking at all, and I'm like, did time stand still? Am I the only one moving here? Because they're just staring off into space, and then I look back and the white thing's gone, and they look at me and they're like, did you see that? And I was like, see what? And they're like, the fucking whatever, the Mother Superior or whatever from the orphanage. Like, she was there. Did you see her? And I was like, no. And they're like, through conversation, apparently the white thing I'd been staring at for like the last hour was the Mother Superior, and I didn't realize it.
Jesus.
So,
Wait, Mother Superior.
it's the head nun.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, it's time to go. And then I had this. So to this day, I don't know how true it is, because every group of friends has that one dude that's just a little bit extra. You know what I mean? Just kind of hams shit up a lot to try and get attention, or blows everything out of proportion and makes everything about themselves and all that kind of shit, and is never at fault or anything like that. And so anyway, that's this guy in this particular group, and he's hamming it up hard. Like, so none of us really drove. Like, a couple of us had licenses, but none of us owned a car because we're all dirt poor. And so we're walking back to his house. And he starts acting like a little kid. I mean, more than normal. I'm talking like, starts speaking with a speech impediment and all this kind of shit. And what didn't help is there was this new guy to the group who kind of, I guess, didn't egg him on, but kind of catered to that. Like, if he started being extra about something, he'd match it. And so he had us convinced that this guy had been possessed by a ghost of one of the kids. And that's why he was acting like a little kid and wanted to play with trains and shit like that, which he'd never talked about up until that point. And so had us all freaking out, and it was fucking crazy. So
What the shit?
Damn.
yeah.
And you still talk to these people?
Oh no, I talked to like one of them, because I have no threshold of patience for people that are like that guy that are extra and everything's always about them kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my threshold of patience is non-existent for those types of people anymore. But so what story did you want me to tell you? What was it?
Oh, the lady.
The West
that
Virginia one.
didn't think West Virginia was a real state.
Oh yeah. So even though I lived and grew up in West Virginia, I moved out of there in my mid-20s, and so I still had a license from there. And I don't know if you hear it or not, because I can't hear it myself, but apparently I have a very thick accent at times. And when you move somewhere like New England, where they have a very different accent, yours stands out really bad. So I was talking, and this lady asked me where I was from, and I told her I was from West Virginia, and she asked me if I'd ever, like, if I lived near Richmond, and I said, no, I'm from West Virginia. Richmond is in Virginia. And she's like, well, no, like, and we just got into this little argument about how West Virginia is not a state, it's a part of Virginia. And I was like, no, we became our own state in the mid-1800s. We exist because of the Civil War. And we got into this argument. I showed her my driver's license, like, I am from West Virginia, and she said my driver's license was a fake ID. Because in her brain, it would make total sense for someone to carry around a fake ID in case we ever got into an argument about where I'm from.
I'm so confused here. Why is she allowed in public? Like,
Yeah.
I think her handler must have disappeared.
She was somebody's service animal.
Yeah. So,
Dude,
for
that's
those that
wild.
don't know, if you're ever out in public and a service animal does run up to you and their person's not with them, you're supposed to follow them because they'll lead you back to that person, and you could probably get yourself a free wallet or purse.
probably. That's pretty ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, both stories are crazy, but
Yeah.
damn, like. So
Yeah.
like, so that thing you're staring at in the field, like the white thing. You said that was the Mother Superior.
Yeah, that's the legend went. If you went to the field at a certain point, that the Mother Superior, who's like the nun that's in charge of all the other nuns, that the Mother Superior would, there you'd see her apparition standing in the middle of the field because I guess she used to be in like her quarters or something like that. I don't know. I never got to go inside, like I said, but it was one of those things where I just because the moon was out, it was one of those like really clear nights, so you could see the whole field because of the moon. And I figured it was like a piece of equipment or something it was just there from the moment I got there. So I figured, it was supposed to be there. I wasn't paying attention to what it was. I was looking for something, like a little bit more obvious, I guess, as dumb as that sounds. But I guess I was looking at it the whole time, and then it was gone.
You saw it disappear, like, right there? Just boom.
No, I was looking at my friends, like, what, do you guys see anything? Like, or, like, can we leave? Because I'm not seeing it, and they weren't talking, so then I looked back, and it was gone.
What the hell? And they said it was, like, the Mother Superior, too?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say they saw a face, or was it just, like, a white blob?
It was kind of like, this is gonna sound stupid, but when you think of, like, the stereotypical ghost of, like, just the sheet...
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like, but that's what Mother Superiors wear. They wear those big robes. So, and it was like, you got to think about like distance. So if you see someone that's about like supposed to be 5 feet tall, but you're 100 yards back, they look like they're about 2 inches tall.
Yeah.
So it looks small. Like I couldn't tell I just figured it was a piece of equipment. Because like I said, they were in the middle of like demolishing, like they'd already bulldozed like the building itself, so that was gone. I figured it was still like, I don't know, laying foundation for another building or some type of equipment because they had fences up so we couldn't get too far in. But it was crazy.
Damn, dude. That's wild.
Yep.
Have you had any like experiences or anything afterwards or just that one time?
That's like the big one. Last night. So I'm significantly taller than my significant other by about a foot, 13 inches more or less.
Okay.
And so when she opens up a cabinet, to me it's at head height. To her it's not. So she'll just leave shit open and I'll like walk into it if I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
And so there's a little cabinet above my stove, which if I open it, the little cabinet door corner is like at perfect forehead height for me to run into it.
Yeah.
And so she opened it to get something and left it open, and I was like, I almost walked into it and I closed it. And I told her to, like, why'd you leave that shit open or some shit like that? And I went back because the dishwasher's like cat a corner from that. And so I went back to load in the dishwasher, and when I turned around again, the cabinet door was open again.
Huh.
So,
what the fuck?
And it's got magnets, and I know you hear it click when it closes, so I know I closed it. But well.
Have you had anything like that happen before in your place or?
No, first time.
Is wherever you're staying at like known? Like, does that have any history behind it or?
I mean, it's in the ghetto. I just assume it's because it's shitty workmanship.
Okay.
But
Those aren't level.
no, they're definitely not level.
They just fall open.
So, like, I know my floor's not level because I have like a a leveler, and I'll put that on my webcam to make sure that's level. So it's level, and then I'll turn on my webcam, and it's fucking cat-a-corner because my fucking my floor's not straight. So that's why sometimes if you look at my thumbnails, you look at my videos, everything's a little off kilter, because that's as best as I can do to compensate.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, damn. Like, that's a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. But yeah, and then
yeah, seriously.
then there's of course the where my mom works. She used to work for a state park, and there's a pretty involved history there. Like the dude came over from Ireland. He married his niece. They had kids, and then he was friends with Aaron Burr, the guy that shot Hamilton.
Yeah.
And so they were getting really good friends, and one of them was going to run for president, and then he allowed the island that he lived on to be used as like what was it? They were like training like something, like some kind of militia or some shit, and then he got charged with treason and a whole bunch of other shit, and it was already kind of a dicey situation because he stole the island from the Native Americans that lived in the area. And so once he kind of went bankrupt, the wife died, she died, like one of her kids died there, She died, and then I think he went back to Ireland to become a potato farmer, die in destitution, basically. So then the Native Americans showed up and they burned the place to the ground. It was this whole big thing. So sometimes there's like ghost activity there, supposedly. Like the woman walking around the island looking for a dead baby.
Oof.
What the hell?
Damn.
Never seen that one, but people claim to have seen it. So
Man.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
not to mention all the people that drown in the river around that island. So just because of the way that the river bends and the size of the island, people, if they drown upriver and aren't found, they usually wash up on the island. So.
Oh man. That'd be nice. Walk out in the morning, have your coffee. Oh shit. Floater.
floater.
Yep. One of them was my stepdad.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's always fun.
Yeah. You said this is where?
West Virginia.
Damn.
I'll tell you guys more detail off air.
Okay.
Dude, I know, man. One of my I got a lake like about 600 yards from my house, and yeah, we won't even go anymore. Like one of my best friends from high school drowned in there, and then my boy, best friend, his niece and brother-in-law drowned in there, man. And it's not even that deep. It's all the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the weeds. You know, that's what it took him. It took him 3-4 days to find my friend Steve,
Mm-hmm.
because he got hung up in those weeds. And it was only like 10 feet of water, but you're in like 7 feet of weeds.
Yep. That's how the Ohio is. Like, you could drown in about 2 feet of water. It's because the bank is just packed like 5 feet of mud, and you just sink right down into it, and you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
So.
Holy cow. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, Pete, what's your story, man? What do you got for us?
I don't have anything that elaborate, man. I mean, damn, I've had a few little experiences here and there, but mainly at my parents' house, because there's been probably a handful of people that have died in that house. And before it was three of them were before my parents lived there. I've had two grandparents pass away there. But the old homeowners both died there, and their son committed suicide there. In my old bedroom, that once I moved out of my room as a kid, and I moved downstairs when I was like 12, my grandmother had just died, and I got her old room, which I repainted, made it my own and everything. But you could hear her walking around in there at night sometimes. I'm not even joking. I would be laying in bed because I had a TV. I turned my TV off, and I'd sleep with the radio on sometimes just to have some some kind of like white noise or whatever. But the nights that I would turn the radio off, and there was a reason why I kept the radio on, is because I thought I was going crazy. I was probably, say 12, 13 years old, and thought I was hearing footsteps.
Mm.
And I started sleeping with my radio on low but it freaked me out. But I'm like, it never dawned on me that, it could be somebody trying to hurt me or anything like that. But it was my friend Steve, who I talked about drowning. We stayed the night over there quite frequently, and he said one night, he goes, dude, there was an old lady walking around your room last night. And I was like, shut the hell up. He goes, no, seriously. And I was like, my grandma died. He goes, there was a little old lady walking around here. He goes, I swear to God, I heard her. He was just a little old lady. I'm like, and my grandma was tiny, that just freaked the hell out of me. You know what I mean? And then we came home, me, him, and another good friend of mine came home from like a high school dance. Like we're like 14. We weren't drinking or anything like that. We weren't smoking no weed or nothing. Just came back to my parents' house afterwards because his older brother dropped us off. And I walked up, and I didn't have a key to the house. It was probably like midnight, 12:30. And something fell. So you all right over there?
Yeah, gravity got me. It's fine.
Oh. So I heard, so I was like, oh, man down. So we're out on the porch in front of my parents' house, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta ring the doorbell. And I look, and I was like, oh shit, somebody's in a rocking recliner. I was like, must be my dad. And I look, because the chair was rocking. So I'm waiting. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? Like, the chair was rocking, then it stopped. And I'm like, okay. and I'm knocking on the fucking door because I don't want to ring the doorbell. I'm kind of softly. My parents' bedroom's like right above the garage, so I'm kind of knocking on the door, and my mom comes downstairs and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I forgot my key. Sorry." I was like, "Somebody was sitting in the goddamn chair." I was like, "You couldn't come get the door? What? Dad just go upstairs and say fucking leave us outside?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? Your dad's been in bed for like 3 hours." I'm like, "Okay, so it wasn't you?" No, she was. The chair wasn't moving, and my friends saw it too. They were like, "Yeah, the chair was rocking." And I was like, "Was it Allie and Rachel?" It was my sisters. Like, well, no, they're both in bed. They were probably like 6 and 8 years old at the time. No, I'm like, okay, well, somebody was fucking around then because the goddamn chair was rocking my mom, and we didn't have any animals in the house. There was no dogs or cats or anything that could have been sitting in it. It's like, nope. I'm like, that was fucking freaky. But that was basically the two like main experiences I've had with it. Now, I mean, have I had like odd or like weird feelings when I'm like, when I was there alone a lot, especially after I split up with my ex and I moved back home because my mom was still working and neither of my sisters lived there at the time. It was just me and my parents. And I mean, it's like a fucking 5,000 square foot farmhouse. So I would be like in the basement lifting and, have my headphones on. And it's like, you feel like somebody's watching you,
Mm-hmm.
and there never was anybody, but it was just like, what the, it's just weird, and it's just like a lot of eerie shit like that. You just get like that, like a cold chill. And it's like, but I said if it was my grandmother, she would do nothing but be nagging me for bringing strange girls home back then. But but no, man, it's just I haven't, like I said, nothing real crazy, but just a few little experiences like that. I mean, I'm not the biggest believer in the paranormal, but when you've had experiences like that, it's kind of hard to say that it's not real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do have another one.
Go for it. Yeah, if you want to share, go for it, man.
man.
So it's not so much ghost or anything like that, just kind of creepy. So, and I should be able to send you a link to an article because I'm pretty sure the local news covered it when it happened. But no, the same friend, the one that everything was always about them, nothing was ever their fault, and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
He lived in an apartment complex with his mom and his siblings and all that, and there was this big pool area outside, right? And for those that don't know anything about West Virginia, people tend to just let shit go. Like, if you, like, oh, I need to get out and trim the hedges, that sounds like a problem for me for next year. Like, we just let shit go. Like, we're the people that put couches out on our front porch and in our front lawn to sit on. And you still sit on them even after they've been rained on and cats have pissed on them and shit. So, by the pool, the apartment complex kind of was like in a horseshoe shape because it went into a hill. And on the side of where the buildings ended, there was this huge amount of like overgrowth, like vines and trees and shit. And we used to go out there and swim at night because we were rebels, and it was always a fun game because we used to call it duck duck bat or something like that because bats loved that pool because there was mosquitoes and shit everywhere.
Oh,
and so you'd be swimming and you just hear tweet, 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 and then you'd get hit in the head with a fucking bat and they'd go flittering off and shit.
Ugh.
And so you'd hear that little off in the distance and maybe a squeak, and you'd have to like duck your head under the water so you didn't get hit in the head with a bat. And I just remember looking at all that overgrowth, and I was like, you know what? And I remember telling them, I was like, you could kill somebody and throw the body in there, and no one would ever find it because it was that overgrown. I was like, people would probably like you'd smell it probably, but you'd never see it. And then, lo and behold, later that summer when it got really, really hot, one of the residents apparently complained about a smell coming from there, and they cleaned it and they found a body.
Oh.
It was some dude that I think he either lived there or he was like staying with somebody, and he got drunk, fell over the railing into the brush, snapped his neck and died, and the overgrowth just kind of covered him up, and he stayed there for a while. So there were families, us included, all out there swimming, having a good time, right next to a fucking dead body.
Damn, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah. West Virginia is one of those states, if you ever want to hide a body, you don't have to go far.
Damn. That's fucking crazy.
you guys like never smelt anything like before that? Like,
The whole state smells.
uh,
Like it's one of those where it's like you just, I don't know. I guess you just get used to it.
The whole state smells like Flint tap water.
Basically, yeah.
so it was like you almost had a Stand By Me moment.
Almost, yeah.
You kids want to see a dead body? No, we just saw one, man.
That's wild. So how long was he out there?
I think I have to look up the article because I remember reading about it, like looking it up. I think he was out there for like 7 months or something like that.
Oh,
What the fuck?
wow.
No one wondered where he was at?
Mm.
That's weird.
They just gave up. They're like, yeah, whatever.
That's a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a skeleton at that point, but I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
you got to think also, not that the entire state has anywhere nice to be, but it was in an even worse part of a bad town already. So a lot of people aren't going to call the cops about anything.
That makes sense.
Yep. Just kind of, if it ain't bothering you, don't bother it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gotcha.
Damn, dude. That's a little like unreal right there.
Yeah.
That's like some Flint shit. I'm not even joking. That's like they find bodies in the Flint River all the time.
Yeah. Do you go to Flint often?
Fuck no, I ain't got no reason to go there. My wife's got family. Her grandma and her auntie and her uncles still live there. But yeah, they live. It's not too bad where they live at, but if you go like on the way there, it's ghettos and project steps, man. It's bad. Like I've almost got run off the road, off the expressway there before when I was driving, because I used to cut through Flint to go down to Port Huron when I go over to Canada. And yeah, I've almost gotten a few car accidents there. Not of my own fault either. Just driving and just motherfuckers drive nuts through there on was that what was that fucking, I don't know, 469 or something like that. It shaves off like about a half hour, 45 minutes if you're going to Detroit through there. But yeah, man, it's nasty. Like I used to go to the auto auction down there, and it's a big ass auction, but yeah, it's not in a great area either. So it's all gated and everything. But yeah, that city's like a fucking ghost town, you know, after the auto factory shut down everything. Yeah, it looks like
man.
There's parts of it look like fucking Beirut. Having never been to Beirut, I mean, I can only imagine. I've seen pictures though.
Well, man, if you can even imagine like the stories we'd hear like about Flint, like holy crap.
You know, one place I always want to check out, speaking of like ghost stories, was it's in Traverse City, Michigan. There's an old state hospital, but they turned it into like a bunch of like hipster and like yuppie stores and condos and shit now. It was like a mental hospital back in the day.
Oh, lovely.
You can look it up online. There's it's fucking sweet. I used to make my parents drive me through there as a kid because it was shut down. I used to go to the orthodontist up there, and I like the architecture of the building because I've always been a fan of horror movies and like vampires and like, you know, see like the castles and shit like that, like Romania and all that, you know, and it had like these just amazing like gables, and it was very old, man. If you look up pictures of it, you can look it up. You know what? Fuck it, I'll do it because I'll share it. It was really cool. Like I said, I always had a thing for like that kind of like creepy like architecture. It just reminded me of like a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like American Horror Story Asylum.
I've never seen that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I love that show. There's only a couple seasons of it. Like the Roanoke season, I hated it. I didn't like the way it was done at all, but that's another story altogether. Let's see here. Old State Hospital, Traverse City, Michigan. All right. Let's pop that on, brother. Got it?
wow.
Yeah, right here, man. Like I said, it's fucking. It's gorgeous. Like that is, and that's the way it looked up until like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Here's some of the inside of it. But yeah, man, isn't that? Look at that sky, dude. Tell me that shit isn't creepy looking.
That looks
Hell
like something
yeah.
from a movie, dude.
That's what I look at this. These are the tunnels underneath it, bro. These are still there.
What the hell?
You can take tours of it still. But yeah,
Hell
that's.
yeah.
I want to go up there. There's a couple comic book shops up there, and I'm thinking about like if I can do it this summer. Here's a fucking great picture of it. But this is what it looks like now. It's called the Village at TC. They turned it into here's another shot of it, man. I love those old pictures, especially with the old cars. See, look at there's a book about it too.
That's weird.
I'm gonna have to buy this.
Nice.
Northern Michigan Asylum. I'm gonna buy that.
There's I think it's called the North Allegheny Asylum in West Virginia. They do annual tours there at Halloween.
Oh, that'd be so fucking cool.
Damn.
It is, and of course it's like juxtaposed right across from one of those like haunted corn mazes and shit. I think it's called. Let me look up North. I think it's North Allegheny.
Here you go. Here's another shot of the tunnel. Isn't that creepy?
What?
Oh, Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Damn.
What do they use those tunnels for?
Bodies.
Back in the day, yeah. Look at this.
Probably.
Look at now they have weddings there.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, man, this is like
That's
so
wild.
Yeah, but this right here, like you could drive like right up through the front of it, and this is I built this out of Legos as a kid. I'm not even joking. I was like fucking Weird Al with the mashed potatoes and UHF. I'm like, this means something. My Legos as a kid, but yeah, this is it's a cool place. Like I said, if I get a chance to go up there, I'll shoot some footage for the channel and I'll put it up. But it's so, like I said, it's still really cool. It's kind of hipster yuppie-ish right now, but they still have a lot of the stuff there. It's it's just cool.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find one of those lobotomy machines. Not lobotomy, but a shock, one of them old school shock therapy fucking gimmicks.
Ooh, you gonna buy one?
No, I'm just gonna take one. I got some people I want to try it out on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna borrow it.
Little Ryan Johnson action.
I'll be like, I'll bring it back. I'm gonna subvert some expectations.
Caucasian vision. Caucasian vision. Caucasian vision. Caucasian overload. I see white people.
Let's see. Wait, franchises. I hate Apocalypse. Yeah, that season wasn't my favorite, but I did like 1984 because it was a slasher, fucking like completely immersed in the 80s, and Carrie Fisher's daughter looked fucking gorgeous in it. Yeah, she's hot.
Let me share this with you guys real quick. So I'll end on this tonight for my part of the segment. So there's a town here in Florida. It's not that far away from me, but it's the psychic capital of the world.
Really?
It's called Casadega. So Casadega, Florida is a small unincorporated community located in Volusia County, Florida, which is just like the county north of me. Just north of Deltona. It is especially known for having many psychics and mediums and has consequentially been named the psychic capital of the world. So what's crazy about this is that they have the Southern Casadega Spiritualistic Camp. So it's going on their 125th anniversary.
Huh.
So it's super, super weird. It makes it seem like really pretty and stuff. But they believe in infinite intelligence, and they believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. So it's just a lot of crazy shit. But here's what it gets like a little bit weird. So the Devil's Chair is here in Casadega. It's an urban legend, but it's actually kind of haunted. So I'll just pull it up on Wikipedia real quick. So the Devil's Chair, where are we at? No, I'm not going to go through that. No, not Facebook. Let's go here. Yeah, we're on Vice, but whatever. So legend tripping at Casadega Devil's Chair. So we were suburban teenagers there for a Halloween scare, but it suddenly seemed like we were about to become characters in a horror movie. So basically, the spiritualistic camp, there's a part of it where it's a chair, where the chair was meant to be essentially like a place where people that were grieving at the cemetery can go and sit and basically hang out with their loved ones or near their loved ones. Well, apparently, it's been known over the past several years that it has been haunted, or the people would actually go there and see the devil sitting in it. They would actually see like things, like different black objects or whatever sitting there. Some people will go there at night and like leave beers and leave different stuff in the chair for whoever's there. Like, it's very, very weird. So I guess this article from Ali Conti, we'll read this real quick, but we had only taken about 15 steps into the Lake Helen Casadega cemetery before we saw the men coming down the hill. Some actually were boys. It was about 9 p.m. and very dark, but none of them looked like a police officer. We were suburban teenagers there for a Halloween scare. But it suddenly seemed like we were about to become characters in a horror movie. I turned on my heels and bolted toward Kicklighter Road, where my friend's white Mercedes station wagon was parked. No one followed me. Left without the keys to the car, I was faced with few options. There are no street lights in this rural area of Central Florida. The nearest main throughway was miles back from where I stood. Clueless and panicked, I ran back to the cemetery. Today, I can understand how characters in slasher flicks meet their ends. The group of strangers handcuffed me and 5 of my high school friends together and took us to a holding cell in what we thought was a house trespassing, they said. The cemetery was owned by the city and had public hours. It was both Friday the 13th and the month of October, so locals were anticipating an influx. That's why a group of volunteers had posted up behind the Devil's Chair, an allegedly haunted Florida landmark, and prepared to ambush anyone who came to see it that night. It was only later that they identified themselves as police officers, which might mark the only time in history that people have been glad to get nabbed by the cops. And we were made an example of. I still remember an SUV full of kids tearing off when they saw us sitting in the dirt being yelled at by strangers. And I'm sure another group came just after we were carted off the tiny town, and its adjacent spiritualistic camp is beside, with gawkers and shit-kicking kits each Halloween. They vandalize gravestones, throw paint-soaked tampons at houses, and ask about Casper's whereabouts. The place is definitely strange. Many of the folks who live in Casadega claim to be a psychic or a medium, but the locals definitely don't appreciate being treated like zoo animals. That's why they decided to crack down. Today it's illegal to go in the graveyard or even the camp itself after dusk. So,
Damn.
pretty crazy shit there. So George P. Colby, a trance medium from New York, founded this unincorporated part of Volusia County in 1894. Casadega, which is near Daytona Beach, is home today to a hotel, a post office, 4 new age stores, and a camp about 50 houses. Its official slogan is "Where Mayberry meets the Twilight Zone." Indeed, there is a strange aura over the small town. Many of the residents claim they can either speak with the dead or predict future events. These earnest believers make their money doing private readings from their homes, charging as much as $50 an hour. Entering the area will make you feel a strange sense of calm, which eventually gives way to uneasiness. No one there seems engaged with the present. But while Casadegans welcome visitors during the day so they can pay the bills, they fear the troublemakers who inevitably show up at night. On a recent Thursday, I went back to Casadega to try and figure out why I was arrested. So, I'm not going to keep going on with the article because it's a pretty long one, but basically, I've had friends and coworkers go there before, and it's super fucking weird. And granted, a couple of my coworkers are really into the whole psychic, like seeing the future type of mystical shit, and I'm into paranormal and stuff, but I don't fuck with it. Like you won't see me at this camp, and you won't see me at the Devil's Chair. So they said there's some weird shit there. I've had people say that they've seen like the psychics or whatever, and they just told me it's very odd. Some people liked it. I don't know. But personally for me, I wouldn't want to go there. But I mean, it's for certain people. That's all I can say. But
there's a really haunted spot. Well, supposedly anyway, by where I live. It's called Parachaney.
yeah, you told me about that before. I think that shit was crazy, dude.
The witch's grave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, I don't know if you told me about the witch's grave.
Yeah, there's supposedly it's like one of the old like lore, one of the folklore that the witch wiped out the whole town. It was like a logging town.
What the hell?
Yeah, you can you look it right up.
You guys have way cooler stories than I do.
I've been out there like a plethora of times. I've never seen anything.
Okay.
But I mean, I've been out there during the day and at night. But the times I went out there at night, there was like a truckload of us. You know, we were pretty lit up. But I mean, I never experienced anything back there. But I mean, I know people who have or said they have. You know, but I like I said, I've never personally experienced anything there. I'd like to go back there now and just kind of walk around in the daylight. There's really not much left. People have vandalized the graveyard and everything. So,
dang, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, but there's supposedly like a witch's grave out there and shit. I think I talked about it once. It's pretty cool though.
Oh shit, man! Next time you go out there, take some pictures and stuff.
I will. I'd really, like I said, I'd like to get after this is over with a couple of my friends I went to high school with that we went out there back in the day, and kind of go out there now. I think it'd be kind of fun.
That'd be cool. Well, I think that's going to be a pretty good end to tonight's episode. We're coming on to 2-hour mark right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us tonight. I want to thank Franchise History TV, Keely Chow, the Appalachian American. Thanks for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you being in the chat and chatting with us. Everybody, please go subscribe to Eatable The Place to Be Reviews, and 2 Cents Toys. Go check out their videos. They've been putting out some cool stuff lately. And go ahead and share the channels and share tonight's show. Post it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. I don't know, Pinterest.
Discord, baby.
Discord, yeah. So, gentlemen, you got anything else to say tonight? Anything else to talk about or anything?
No, sir. I'm all good.
Let's see. Just that's check out you Appalachian Americans in the chat. I didn't get a chance earlier. He's got a new channel out. It's called The Men's Room. They talk about it's a myriad of topics, man. Everything, anything, men, you know, from cars to like beard grooming techniques. Go check him out over there. And he's going to be making an appearance back on my Monday night show pretty soon. This Monday night, though, I do have a pair of first-time guests coming on the show, and it's I don't know if I want to announce it now or not, but it'll I'll do it. I'll do it. No, fuck it. I'll do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live, right? I've got a couple of guys from the Phantom Collective set to come on. Flipped Out and Jeff the Rookie Critic will be coming on to the Place to Be Reviews on Monday night. We're gonna have a good time, talk about some Star Wars and shit, and various other topics as well. And I'll be appearing over on the Phantom Collective channel next Wednesday night with them. So I've been invited to. So, and I got got something else in the works, but that's all you're gonna find out for now. Is there's another big project in the works. So yeah, and then me and Sal have got the Lost 10-year retrospective after the finale. That's coming up. We've got an Empire Strikes Back watch party too for the 40th anniversary of that. So that'll be fun. Plus, I'm looking forward to watching The Office with you guys and the fathers, the sitcom dads poll we got going on. So we got a lot of shit going on here, fellas.
We do. We got a lot of stuff going on. Guys, make sure you all go vote for the best TV dad. We'll get that poll put up pretty soon. So, and we'll be coming at you with some more celebrity death match votes. If you guys want, go ahead and put some celebrity death match, matchups in the comment section, or you can tag us on Facebook or whatever. So, Sal, what you got for us, man?
Not a whole hell of a lot. GameStop finally called me and let me know that 2 of my pre-orders are in. Sweet. That have they've been out for months, so I don't think those videos are going to do real well, but that's fine. I'm going to do them anyway. Should be the Yellow Ranger and I believe the Winter Soldier from the newest Black Widow MCU wave. Cool. Finishing up a custom at the moment. Well, not finishing up. There's still a lot I have to do on it, but working on that. And that's about it. Other than Retro Blasting, I have a guest spot in one of their videos. Should be Friday-ish when it goes up, maybe Saturday. So go check them out if you haven't. And that's about it. I think Pete covered the other stuff I'm in.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pretty fun episode tonight, don't you think?
Always, man. Always a pleasure.
Well, yeah, so I think tonight we're going to end it right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again.
I do have one little caveat. So, while I've been doing this, I've been trying to look up articles. I can't find a single article about the man that was found in those bushes.
Really?
And I can't find a single article about the orphanage from my hometown.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I've been desperately looking up anything to send to you guys, and there's nothing.
So all that information was just a ghost sent you that too?
Yep.
Apparent fucking Lee.
Dude, what the
fuck? I've got a specter following him.
Yeah,
Someone needs to interview you.
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking, but you got to remember, this is all from like 2007 and prior, so there's a good chance it's not on the internet.
Yep.
But that should be, though. Like,
you would think.
Yeah, you would think there'd be something about a 7-month-old, missing person, being, especially in a small town.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, like, because I was at college, I know I wasn't living in that town anymore, and someone sent me the article about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I've read it, but I can't fucking find it. I'm gonna keep looking though.
I'll be interested to find it, man.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. The moment I find it, I'll send it to you. Because if I type in the name of the apartments, it brings up all the other deaths and murders that have happened there in the last year. But not the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, none of these mean anything to me.
Yeah, apparently a son or a dad shot his kid about a sports ball game, so there's that.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, that's something I never. You know what? I'll save it for the next episode.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want, go ahead and contact me at Goober Brothers Entertainment at yahoo.com, or if you want, you can go ahead and shoot me a message on Instagram. And if you know who I am on Facebook in the WCBS group, go ahead and hit me up. But if you want to come on to Goober Brothers Entertainment and share your paranormal different experiences or whatever, or your interests about the topic or whatever, go for it, man. But I'd like to have you on there, and I'd like to talk about more of this stuff on here. I think it's fun. I like this stuff a lot, and I've been into it for a long time, so it's cool to be able to talk to it with you guys, or to talk about it with you guys. So yeah, but I think that's going to be it. So everybody, y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining. Tune back in a couple weeks. We'll be on here for another episode, or maybe sooner. Depends on all of our schedules. But you'll have a great night. See you later.
Peace.